Adventurous ones. This week on the Adventurous Joe Show, we're going to be talking about our favorite moments from the 2016 Olympic Games. There were so many great moments in that, but I've only got quite a few to tell you about, and this episode of the Adventurous Joe Show starts right now. Adventurous Joe Show. I am your host as always, Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe. See, I love that sliding in and out of your thing. It slides in and goes right on out. Look at that. Awesome. And this week's episode, we're talking about our favorite moments from the Olympic Games. Oh my God. Awesome as hell this year. The opening ceremonies alone was great as hell. I mean, Jesus. You never knew there were so many countries out there with this many athletes and stuff. When Brazil came out, holy fuck, you wouldn't have believed it. It was just like, whoa, that's a lot of freaking athletes. I mean, wow. Gymnastics team, volleyball team, soccer, golf, you name it. They were all just coming out, and it was like, plus, the Olympics got new things in it this year. For the first time ever, wrestling for both men and the women. I mean, seriously, they've never had that before. Judo, that's another thing. Holy fracjacks, I didn't even believe that one when I saw it. And quite a few other new things that got added into this year's Olympics and stuff that nobody knew about. I mean, seriously, the fencing thing was kind of neat to watch. I mean, you see them go, do that, and it's like, yeah, I can do that. Probably poke someone's eye out by accident. I can do that. And yours truly is also a medal athlete of his own and stuff like that, because back in high school I ran track and field and I competed in the state games and won my first ever gold medal. And it was awesome as hell. I probably could have went pro. I probably could have, but because of my right leg injury and stuff, it was kind of hard to run after that and everything, because I might shatter my kneecap, you know, from exerting it too much and stuff, because I got into a real bad problem with my leg one day and shit just kind of went backwards on that one. Anyways, my favorite moments of the Olympic Games for this year. God, there were so many. Katie Ledecky breaking her own record twice. Gold medals. I was just like, wow. Even Michael Phelps broke his own record as well. And now he's retiring. He's retiring. He said this was his last Olympics and stuff. It was just an amazing time for this year. I mean, the opening ceremonies alone was just fantastic to watch. The speech that the president gave, the president of Brazil gave and stuff, it damn near brought me to tears. I mean, oh my God, because he said this isn't about greed, it isn't about malice and all that other stuff. He said this is about showing those that are like that we're united as one. And I said, that's how it needs to be, people. Okay, that's how it needs to be. Especially when it comes to these asshole ISIS people. Did you know they actually tried to attack the Olympics? Seriously, they tried. And they got murdered for it. Okay? Seriously. three radical morons decided they were gonna frickin' on behalf of ISIS, which ISIS took credit for it too. I mean, seriously, it was an unsuccessful attack, but ISIS still took credit for it. And they said it was in the name of ISIS, and I hate these guys. I really hate these guys. By the way, if you really hate them too, follow under the hashtag ISIS, you suck. That's what it is these days, people. There's been billboards popping up all over the place. I love that idea. That's showing, and this was done by Muslim Americans, okay? True American people right there. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. We gotta talk about our favorite moments. I met Katie Ledecky. Watching her back in, it was just freaking awesome. It was so freaking awesome. And my mom and I were watching the whole thing, and we were just cheering her on, you know, not only just because, hey, Team USA, okay? But at the same time, we watched her, and we were going, go, Ledecky, go, go! And it was just awesome as hell. She broke her own frickin' record. Beat her own frickin' record. It was just like, mind officially blown. When Michael Phelps did the same damn thing and won gold, it was just awesome. It was kind of hard to hear him say he's retiring. I mean, seriously, he's only 31 years old, okay? And he's trying to say, you know, that makes him a bit of an old man. Mother Crucker, I am older than you, okay? I'm 38. Gonna be 39 in a few more months. I'm older than you. And you're ready to retire? Wow. Really? Wow. Not to mention, there were great moments in the volleyball, women's volleyball as well. Okay, the beach volleyball was great. They had so close to winning their third gold medal, and they lost against Brazil. It was like, what happened? What happened? And then it just, you know, they won bronze, but it was just like, what happened? You know? And then watching the judo matches, okay, the judo, the frickin' wrestling, I was floored. I was really floored by it, okay? Not to mention Bolt. Oh my God, Bolt. This guy frickin' could run. I mean, if you put Barry Allen, the Flash, against this guy, they would be an even fucking match, probably. It was like, wow. That guy from Jamaica could run. I mean, that man could run. He outran everybody. And every time he did it, he'd always do this whole, you know, like, I was like, all right. This is not Team USA, but all right. And speaking of Team USA, women's gymnast, the gymnastics team for Team USA, the Final Five, God, bravo, young ladies, bravo to all of you. Simone Biles, all of them did a fantastic job winning gold for the U.S. I was so happy and proud. Bravo, young ladies, bravo. And the reason why you may ask is they're calling themselves the Final Five is because their coach is retiring, okay? So she will no longer be teaching them and stuff. They are her Final Five students, and she should be damn proud. I mean, damn proud that they did a great service for the United States of America and the Olympic Games in general. I mean, my God. And the best moment of all, a Brazilian woman in the track and field, okay, a Brazilian woman and one of our own, she fell, they tripped up each other, she fell, they completed the race together, okay? They waited for one another and they completed the race together, and then they hugged right afterwards and stuff. That's a bond you could never break, people. That's the kind of bond this place needs these days, this world needs these days. That you don't think of, I gotta win this, I gotta do this. No, when you see someone got hurt and stuff like that, you jump in and you do something, okay? You do, right there, That showed true Olympic spirit right there, okay? Even the Olympic, people from the Olympic Committee were sitting there saying, that's the true spirit of these games and stuff. When you take and put the whole I gotta win scenario out of your mind and help that person that you accidentally tripped up or whatever, and you find out that you can form a bond of great. I was brought to tears by it. I actually watched it unfold, and I was brought to tears by it, okay? Not many things can make a man cry, okay? But that brought tears to my eyes. I mean, it was fantastic because I know what it's like to be a true athlete and stuff. I used to be on the basketball team in high school. I used to be in my track and field. I was good at it and stuff. Basketball, not so much. I kind of faltered it that way. Swimming, I was even better at that in junior high school. I was great at swimming. My coach wanted me to join the swim team, but I was moving from Michigan at that point to Florida. The hellhole state of all hellholes. Yep, that's right. Anyways, the Olympics had so many great moments. I just can't remember every single one right off the top of my head. And Ryan Lochte and them, God help you. I am so ashamed of you people. Okay? God help you. Why you faltered on things and made up this big story about you got robbed at gunpoint and stuff. And vandalizing people, come on! You acted like a bunch of juvenile delinquents. You're around my age, you damn fools. And you act like a bunch of juvenile delinquents. Seriously. And that's just terrible, okay? However, back on track here. One thing I hated about the Olympics this year, and I'm not saying it was a bad thing, okay? But when this guy from another country, okay, I think it was Germany or one of them, okay, he won the gold medal. Everybody was booing him. They booed him so much he began to cry. Okay? That's not true American spirit. That's not even true Olympic spirit. When you're sitting there booing another competitor because they won the gold and your country didn't. That's not the Olympic spirit, people. Nuh-uh. Not whatsoever. But there were so many great moments, that included the first time ever this one young guy, on Michael Phelps' team and stuff, he just won his first ever gold medal, and he started crying, and Phelps just took him by the head and started holding him and stuff, and, it was just like, that is the great moments there, people. There are so many great things out there that happened with the games and stuff. If you put aside all the stupid shit, like what Ryan Lochte and his little cohorts did, and the whole ISIS thing and stuff, if you put all that aside, the Olympics were great. I would have loved to have been there in person. I mean, I could have gotten to meet Leslie Jones. I could have gotten to meet Matthew McConaughey, both there watching the games. I loved it. I still love it. I just can't get enough of it. And then 2020, we're going to see the Olympic Games in Japan. And that closing ceremonies, I'll tell you right now, the closing ceremonies were very dull and boring. Nothing like the opening ceremony. They were kind of bland. It was like most of the athletes that already won their gold and stuff and didn't need to compete anymore, they already left. Okay, and it was like some that were the ones that were still there and stuff that competed for the final time and everything. They just weren't really moved by everything and stuff. They enjoyed it, but it wasn't really moving. Even for audiences that watched the whole thing, they weren't really moved by it. And the way they introduced that Japan was getting the Olympic flag was so awesome. The president of Nintendo freaking coming out through the warp pipe and freaking, waving the Japanese, the Japanese flag and stuff. That was like, wow. Just wow. That was actually a great moment, okay? The closing ceremony part for that was actually a great moment. Like I said, there have been so much great moments in this year's Olympics. I just can't think of them all. I mean, the best moment of all. All three American women's track and field, all three American women won all 3 medals. Gold, silver, bronze. All in the same race. All 3. And it was just like, wow! That, they said, it's never happened in Olympic history. And it's the first time it's ever happened. And they just were so damn proud of them. And we are too. Ladies, we salute all 3 of you. You did a fantastic job. I mean, winning all 3 of the medals in the same race. Unbelievable. Now, there have been some controversies in all of this as well. Okay, there was actually a couple transgenders in this year's Olympics, okay? And people were not too... Some of the women, like, when it came to the women's track and field team and stuff, okay, you could clearly see this guy, this transgendered person, you know, they really didn't feel comfortable around them and stuff, okay? Then they're competing in the women's track and field, and he can run faster than he, she, whoever, okay? It don't matter to me. Really, it didn't matter to me. But they took it as, you know, maybe he or she should not be in this race, you know, and should be in the actual male competitors race and stuff. And I said, who the fuck cares? Honestly, who fucking cares? Okay? If you're gonna make a big fuss about it, you shouldn't have allowed them in it in the first place. Okay? But all the athletes did a fantastic job. I don't care what country they came from. And the biggest surprise of all, China walked away with gold medals this year. Holy shit! They even said that was the first, because every Olympics, China has never made gold medals. Never once made it to the podium for gold. They were surprised at this. And I'm like, good for them. All right, good for them. Maybe they finally broke that losing streak, you know? Good for them. And Russia. Okay, yeah, the whole doping scandal thing was a bunch of BS and stuff like that. Yes, it should never happen. No, they should have never done it. But come on. These athletes that were trying to compete there and stuff, that didn't have nothing to do with the doping scandal and shit. Okay? They were booed horrendously. I meant booed horrendously. Bad. I meant, Jesus Christ. And it was like, come on, people. Where's the true Olympic spirit here and stuff? Forget what happened with that crap. And think of the athletes doing a fantastic work on the floor and stuff. Or on the field. Or on the freaking golf course and stuff. Come on, people. Do something right. Okay? There you go. That's it for this episode of the Adventurous Joe Show. What were your favorite Olympic moments? Did you even watch the Olympics? If you did, what were your favorite moments? Let's discuss it down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you're new, and leave your comments. But remember, no inappropriate comments will be tolerated on here anymore. And do not fight in the comment section. One battle between the comment section, in the comment section, and we get rid of the problem altogether. Okay? Enough said. Either way, that's it. I will see you all next week on my next new episode, where we're going to be talking about our top 10 favorite Food Network TV shows. How awesome is that? Yeah, cool stuff. You never know what's going to be in the names. You never know what's going to be said. Either way, make sure to tune in next week. I will see you all then. Peace out. May the Force be with you all. May the true Olympic spirit have been with you all as well. And you have a great week.